The right mindset. So I think when we have the right mindset, and some of the things that help us have that is where this is where fitness and healthy living comes in. Because in the brain, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, all these hormones actually keep us, in a state of gratefulness, in a state of joy. We feel all things are possible. I mean, just run a marathon now, 5 miles, and get to the end of that marathon. It's like anybody that tries you after that marathon, you'll be like, man, nobody should come near me because I am just the G. That's how high it makes you. You'll be tired, of course, you'll be exhausted, but you'll be like, man, do you know what I did? I ran so marathon. I did it. It gives you that feeling of anything is possible, which is
Yes.
where I see people don't appreciate the effects of exercise. Like I was allergic to exercise growing up. As in, there's anybody allergic to exercise. And I was telling someone that now I understand why I was allergic. My friends in school, because I went to an all girls school, anytime they
Yes.
called us when I was in year one and they called us on the field to like test our strengths and physicality and all that. And then girls will be passing out on the field. When girls, when they're having the chest pain, they'll do as if they're having seizures. It will be carrying girls here and there. It will be as if something else is going on this field. And I was looking at them and saying, God, it's not me that's going to enter this. It's not me. I don't know what's going on with these girls. So the rest of us who are still scared of even trying to participate will now just say no, because you see girls who can actually run. They are like having chest pain. But it's like as if something else is going on. It's like an out of body
Yes.
experience. What is going on here?
Yes.
Aliens have taken over their body. That's how dramatic. Because girls are emotional, so their own drama is beyond. They act it more than what is happening. So I was like, man, this exercise is not going to work. It was years later in school that I discovered that I can actually run fast when I was told to run for something. I could do short sprints. I said,
Yes.
see how life is. But from there, I just didn't have the interest. And then, so later, I think I tried to work out with my husband, and he's a real fitness person. So I just felt, man, no, this demand, I cannot meet up. So I just said, I'm not thinking about it. But funny enough, when I was now trying to when I was beginning to deal with the depression, where I made up my mind I was going to deal with it, I
Yes.
came across an old schoolmate of mine. She was bigger than me in school, but she looked so beautiful in the picture that all the days of BlackBerry had now come out by then.
Yes.
So I was like, babe, what are you doing? What's going on? You're looking fantastic. And she was telling me, she discovered healthy living, and all that, that she really fell down. She was getting too big and all, And I met her. We all knew when I think she got married a year before me. So we saw at the wedding, and then we kind of
Yes.
lost touch because we went abroad, came back, all that. So she now said, no, she started, and then she started working out, and she's part of a group, so they encourage themselves to work out. So she added me to the group. So they would, and this were like, we had a crazy fitness lady that was just like, she would just, so it was like we were all pacing ourselves, but we would encourage ourselves still like, babe, just do it, just go in there. What are you gonna do? So that's how I started. My mother was in shock, but also get me whenever he was around, then what's going on with this girl? And I would maybe walk, do the whole maybe 5 kilometers, or I'll do aerobics, and I will feel so. I was like, man, what have I been doing? That there's something like this that makes you feel this good. And then I would feel, and I would carry that energy into my day. So I thought that it was harder to sit down and start crying or feeling sorry for myself anytime I worked out. I found out that it
You
was
had all
harder
these
to.
hormones were working on your behalf, right?
Yeah,
They kept
you're
you
making
on
the
the
wrong
track.
Yes, and my mind would be so clear. I'd now be able to write. I'd be able to think. I'd be able to now. I started speculating. Okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? There was so much energy. I said, I think this thing. There's something here. So I would now, plan my meals. Then okay, yes, we don't eat heavy in the night. And then I loved walking. So I would discover different fitness. You do Shanti for a while. They say Shanti, I beg, leave me. Move Shanti. Then you do maybe the other lady. There's one lady that you shall discover. So I was just discovering different things. It was such an exciting time, and that I really understood. I said, no, no, we cannot. If we are living without exercise, then we are robbing ourselves. If we are living without movement, we're robbing ourselves. I mean, nowadays we've learned that sitting is the next smoking. Sitting, that sitting for you're supposed to sit for only 2 hours, get up, walk around, shake your body, move around, and before you now come back to your laptop again. So I mean, movement is extremely key to work out those stress hormones, to cause all those things to just sweat, burn the calories. It's extremely important. But what I see a lot of us do is that when we take exercise as a duty, or those who take it as a profession, or those who take hormones for it anyway, so they're not thinking about it as something that is adding to them. I was reading a study where this scientist discovered that exercise can even prevent dementia. Yeah, that was because what exercise does is like it replenishes the brain cells. It like makes like as if fresh brain cells start to come up. There's a study that has been done that exercise even helps to reduce the effects of Parkinson's. Parkinson's is a degenerative disease. Tremors and all. And that exercise actually, helps because it works on the brain and repairs those parts of the brain that are getting all messed up and all that. And then depression is even the easiest one that it just hammers straight. It just, because those hormones are low. That's why depression yes, those hormones are low. That's why depression is there. Once the hormones are elevated, and then you now understand that, okay, and then if you really actually do it well, follow the instructions, find out that during the day, till you get tired, you're up and moving, you're more vibrant. Do your workout in the morning, you get to work. For some, their tea or their coffee, they're taking it, or their smoothie, they're taking it, they're like, then they surround themselves with positive things. I tell people, if you want your mental health to really, really thrive, you can't keep listening to crap. You can't keep listening to discouragement. You can't keep watching things that are unwholesome, that make you feel that life is not worth living. It's what you feed your mind with that you will express. You get. So if you're like, oh, I need to do my exercise, I need to like get your exercise done, then the whole day, or the way you're surrounding yourself with good music, you're surrounding yourself with positive things, even if there's a challenge that comes up, you meet it with some kind of positivity, not just, oh, this challenge is, oh my God, the stress is too much. No, you meet it with kind of like, okay, there's a challenge, I need to sort this out. How can I sort this out? Can I sort this out now? Or is this something that if it comes upon me now, it's going to be too stressful, so I need to like give it some time and then come back to it later? That's how we're meant to look at such things objectively. But if your hormones are low, you are too even exhausted to think of how to deal.
You're like defeated. You're like on the floor. Just bury me. Just kill me.
Just kill me. That kind of state of mind. But exercise is so revolutionary. I think it's just because people feel. So the joke they cracked was, okay, so tell me the minimal amount of exercise I need because I don't want to be doing too much exercise. But the truth is that when you now get into exercise, after a while, it actually becomes addictive. You might stop for a little while, maybe work, commitments, you might not have time to run and all that, but you always still come back to it. Is that kind of just always because if you've seen the effects of exercise, positive effects of exercise in your life, it's hard to say I'm never going to exercise again, or exactly. You discover that it's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
It's a lifestyle. It's not just
like that person who takes cocaine or something, and he knows that he takes it because he wants to get high. He knows that there's a result from this thing, so that, oh, if I do this thing, I'm going to get this feeling. I'm going to feel that way. So when you get that benefit from exercise, you all the time. You see that solution. So it's about crossing the threshold. And like you just said, that's connecting exercise, your physical health to your mental health. So physical wellness, mental wellness, emotional, all these things are all together. They're all tied.
They're all tied, exactly. They're all tied. Your thought life, you have to think about what you're thinking about. If everything you're thinking about is negative, it's going to weigh you down. It's going to weigh you down.